and can only be diagnosed during an autopsy. Tamura, who played football in high school, wrote, "CTE study my brain, please. I'm sorry," adding the league knowingly concealed the dangers to our brains to maximize profits.
We have reason to believe that he was focused on the NFL agency that was located in the building.
Walter Roby coached Tamura's high school football team 10 years ago.
His work ethic was strong, willing to do whatever you asked him to do, so he was a coachable type of kid.
Did he show any signs of any mental illness?
Not to me, not at all.
Did he ever express concern about CTE?
No, not to me.
Police say 27-year-old Tamura had a documented history of mental illness, and they believe part of the assault rifle he used was purchased by an associate.
We have located that associate and others, and will be questioning him about that purchase.
They say he failed to show up for work Sunday for his overnight security job at Horseshoe Las Vegas Hotel and Casino. Instead, he drove his black BMW across the country. According to police, his license plate was photographed in New Jersey late Monday afternoon. Roughly 2 hours later at 6:28 p.m., police say he opened fire in the building's lobby, killing NYPD officer Diderul Islam and Elan Etienne, who were both working as security guards, along with Blackstone executive Wesley LePatner. An NFL employee was also shot but survived. After his shooting spree in the lobby, police say Tamura headed to the elevator.
He appeared to have gone to the wrong floor and due to the wrong elevator bank.
According to the police commissioner, Tamura never entered the NFL offices, instead going to the 33rd floor, home to Rudin Management, the building's owner. There, he shot and killed a 27-year-old woman, according to police sources, before he turned the gun on himself. This photo shows how Blackstone employees on another floor created a makeshift barrier out of office furniture to protect themselves. This woman telling NBC News she learned an active shooter had entered her place of work via email.
Then we started to find a place to hide. That was it. Then we were in there for maybe over an hour and a half. So pretty scary.
Outside video shows the harrowing moments police carried a body from the building.
We all were just running as quickly as we could.
Tonight, New Yorkers paying tribute to the innocent lives lost. Wesley LePatner was one of Blackstone's highest-ranking executives. She was also a wife and mom to 2 kids, the firm calling her brilliant, passionate, warm, generous, and deeply respected. New York police officer Diderul Islam was originally from Bangladesh, remembered today by family as a devout husband and father of 2, with a baby on the way.
I miss him.
Tonight, his body moved to a local mosque in a solemn procession. He'll be buried without meeting his unborn child.
A tragedy for the families of those victims. Aaron joins us now live. Aaron, I want to go back to something you reported there in your story. You have more reporting on the gunman's history of mental illness?
That's right, Tom. Law enforcement officials in Nevada tell NBC News Tamura suffered from at least 2 mental health incidents, one in 2022 and then again in 2024. They've also found a second suicide note inside of his Las Vegas home. Meanwhile, tonight, the coroner says his brain will be examined as part of the autopsy. Tom.
Aaron McLaughlin leading us off there with a lot of new reporting. Aaron, thank you. Now to those new details from President Trump about his abrupt falling out with Jeffrey Epstein 2 decades ago, saying Epstein was hiring away employees from Mar-a-Lago, including a young woman who would become a prominent Epstein accuser. Here's Kelly O'Donnell.
As President Trump headed home from Scotland, he identified a prominent sexual abuse accuser of Jeffrey Epstein, Virginia Giuffre, as a former Mar-a-Lago employee who had been recruited by Epstein to work for him instead, causing a falling out with Mr. Trump.
He stole her. And by the way, she had no complaints about us, as you know, none whatsoever.
Giuffre, who died by suicide in April, had worked at the spa at Trump's Mar-a-Lago club as a teenager in the late 90s. Reporters asked the president whether any young women were among those hired away by Epstein.
Yeah, people that work in the spa. I have a great spa, one of the best spas in the world at Mar-a-Lago. And people were taken out of the spa, hired.
This new disclosure surfaced as the president revealed more about why he abruptly cut off his friendship with Epstein 20 years ago.
We took people that worked for me, and I told him don't do it anymore, and he did it. And I said, stay the hell out of here.
In 2019, Epstein was charged with sex trafficking of underage girls. Giuffre had pushed for Epstein's arrest.
How did this happen for so long? How did he get away with it?
President Trump is not accused of any wrongdoing tied to Epstein. Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's convicted co-conspirator, has been subpoenaed by Congress to testify, but her lawyers want immunity first. Tom?
Kelly O'Donnell for us tonight. Kelly, thank you. Now to Gaza and the alarming new warning about famine conditions developing there, as President Trump says the U.S. will send in more food aid. Here's Matt Bradley.
Tonight, as food aid is airdropped into Gaza, people rush into the ocean to grab aid packets landed in the water. I almost drowned. I only did that for my boy, just to bring him something, said this father. Alarming assessment from the world's leading authority on measuring hunger, saying Gaza is enduring the worst case famine. Though it's not an official famine declaration, saying 20,000 children were treated for acute malnutrition in the last 3 months. Tonight, President Trump says the U.S. will send food aid.
I mean, they are starving. You see the mothers, they love them so much, and there's just nothing. They say, we're going to get them.
But blaming Hamas for stealing aid.
They send money, they send food, and Hamas steals it.
It comes as the Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry says more than 60,000 Gazans have been killed since the Hamas October 7 terror attack started the war nearly 2 years ago. Hamas doesn't distinguish between combatants and civilians in its death toll. President Trump blames Hamas for blocking a ceasefire deal. And tonight, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu saying, quote, by one path or another, they'll bring home the hostages. Meanwhile, the UN says half the amount of requested aid is successfully entering Gaza. This isn't enough. Children are pale and turning into skeletons, this mother says. They've forgotten what eggs, meat, and fruit are. And the UK announced today that it will recognize the state of Palestine unless Israel agrees to a ceasefire by September and improves the situation in Gaza. President Trump said the UK's move would be rewarding Hamas. Tom?
Matt Bradley tonight. Matt, thank you.